Hi, and welcome to episode 3 of the Cart Podcast with me, Sim, where you basically listen to me fangirl about some of my amazing shows and people of South Korea. So let's get right into the episode. This episode I'm going to talk about a genre which involves crime, and the drama name is Extracurricular. In Korean, the show is called 인간수업, which literally translates to human class. 인간 means human and 수업 means class. This drama came out around a year ago now. It came out on the April 29th last year, and this drama blew my mind. I was hooked on every single episode. It is a bit different to your usual K-dramas. There's only 10 episodes in this drama compared to the usual 16 episodes, and each episode was around 40 minutes to an hour long compared to the usual hour to an hour 20 minutes long of an episode. This is a good point about the drama. It was short but sweet. So let's move on to the first topic of Extracurricular, which is the cast and crew. So this drama was written by Jung Dabin, and he also wrote a drama called Irish Uppercut. I haven't seen this drama yet, but it does look pretty good, and it stars some well-known Korean celebrities, which is great. It's on my to-watch list at the moment. It was directed by Kim Jin-min. He has directed other dramas such as The Liar and His Lover, Lawless Lawyer, God of War, and also, fun fact, he is married to the actress Kim Yo-jin, and she also stars in a lot of other dramas as well, and she appears in Extracurricular as, I think she works as a police detective, which was nice to see. Moving on to the cast, we have firstly the main character of the show, Kim Donghi, who stars as Oh Ji-soo, and this actor is a rising star. He has appeared on the well-known dramas Sky Castle and Itaewon Class, and before that he did star in the very popular web drama 18. We have Jung Dabin, who plays we have Jung Dabin, who plays So-min, and this is a female. She has been acting for a long period of time. I think she started acting from a child, and she appears in dramas such as My Sassy Girl and She Was Pretty. We have Park Joo-hyun, who plays Bae-gyuri, and she is a classmate of fellow Oh Ji-soo and So-min, and she is pretty rich in the drama. She also appears in the dramas A Piece of Your Mind. I watched A Piece of Your Mind just before I watched Extracurricular, and it's always crazy. Every time I watch a drama, I end up watching another drama after with the actor and actress from the previous drama, and I don't research the dramas by the actors and actresses. I just see what's out. So that was kind of mad. So she is in this drama as well, and we also have Choi Min-soo, who plays Lee Wang-chul, and he also appears in Lawless Lawyer and The Liar and His Lover. So the plot of the story is that we have Oh Ji-soo, who is a straight A student. He's really intelligent, really smart. He's always scoring high grades, but we soon come to find out that he doesn't really have a family that support him. He is by himself all the time, and his parents have pretty much neglected him. His father does come into the picture a bit, but he's mostly AWOL most of the time. We find out that Oh Ji-soo runs a business on the side, which is pretty illegal, and it is a means of him earning his money. Even though he earns this money not in line with the law, he only purely does this so he can afford to live, and he has enough money for his university fees. Like, his intentions for this money were not very good, but to use this money afterwards was just for his livelihood pretty much, which is really quite sad in the drama to see, because you really want to support him and see him succeed in the end, really. And this business involves Lee Wang-chul, and he is the individual who receives instructions from Oh Ji-soo, And this character is really good at fighting, and he's basically like the bodyguard. He plays the bodyguard role. So what does this business include? The business is essentially a security service for women who are involved with illegal prostitution. And at the beginning of the drama, no one is aware that Ojisu is doing this outside of school. He's purely under the radar at the start. And within the usual woman that Lee Wang-chul protects, there is his classmate, which is Somini. I think it's Somini. Yeah, Somini. She is the one that's also a part of it, but she does not know that Ojisu is involved with this. And we come to... The plot was so crazy for this, I have to say. It was literally... every episode had me hooked. So we start off with Gyuri. She noticed that Jisoo has another phone, and she's curious why he has another phone. So she decides to steal it, and then Gyuri blackmails him and tells him, and realises what Jisoo has been doing, and she wants to be part of his business. But then this creates another problem involving the classmate Somini, who was with a client, and Jisoo doesn't have his phone, so he had to sort out the problem himself. And he tries to sort out the problem, but then when he comes back to his flat, he realises that his father comes back into the picture, and he comes to steal his money. So his father basically finds Jisoo's money and runs off with it. At the same time, Gyuri is also in his apartment, and Gyuri chases his dad down the street, but then they realise that it's too late. And then Jisoo and Gyuri go and confront the dad, but the dad has invested all the money into crypto, and he loses out on it. And the first 2 episodes were just really sad, because I wasn't expecting it to go downhill so quickly. And I felt really bad for Ojisu, because he was trying his best, even though what he was doing was illegal. But yeah, like I said, every problem just starts to become a bigger issue. Later down the line, we see that because Jisoo has no money, he's unable to play Lee Wang-chul, so he has to do part-time jobs. But then these part-time jobs cause him to lose out on his studying time, so he goes down a couple of grades. We also have an involvement of one of the school bullies, who is the boyfriend of Somini, and this bully gets accused initially of this problem of illegal prostitution that's going on. Even though he gets accused, I don't think nothing much comes of it. Things get even more worse when this banana karaoke club becomes involved. The owners of this club have a really crazy way of getting their revenge on people, and oh my, I remember watching this scene feeling so bad, because they started to slice into Jisoo's shoulder, and I did not think they were going to go that far, but oh my god, it was very painful to watch. And then we understand, as the story progresses, that how Lee Wang-chul and Ojisu came to meet. So Lee Wang-chul was a homeless individual, and Jisoo was getting bullied in one of those underground subway passages, and Lee Wang-chul saw this and then fought off the bullies. And then in the end, Ojisu thought he would make a good sort of business partner for his business and hired him, just gave him a phone. In the end, I was quite upset about the ending, because it didn't happen how I wanted it to happen, basically. We come to the realisation that Ojisu has been stabbed by that bully, and then at the end, the bully, I think, the police come knocking on Ojisu's door, but he's not there. He's run away, and all you see is basically blood in the stairway, and he's run off with Gyuri. But in this drama, so much happened. It is such a good drama that you should not miss. And it literally ends with him being on the run, and I just felt really bad for him, because I really thought that things were going to turn around and he was just going to get his money back, and that's okay. But it's one of those dramas that are just gripping It was really good. So moving on to the next section of this podcast, which are the meaningful points of the drama. So we first see that poverty is a big issue. Ojisu is technically poor because his parents don't support him. He's living by himself and he was earning his own money. And even if he didn't have this business, he would have been poor on his part-time wage. He wouldn't have had enough time to study. So that's one person who is poor. We see the complete opposite with Gyuri, who is rich and who is a rich daughter and can do her own, not do her own thing, but has her own way of doing things, and she has enough money basically. It's kind of sad that Gyuri had to get involved with Jisoo because Gyuri's got enough money. She only wanted to become part of the business to get out of the life that she's living because her dad just has a strong hold on her. And again, Gyuri just seemed to mess things up right at the start. Oh, that damn Gyuri. But then there's also Lee Bang-chul, and he is also poor because we see him homeless at the start. Well, not at the start, but we come to understand that he was homeless before he started off working with Oh Ji-soo. And then we have the character So-min, and you see her not staying with her family, but seeing her staying with the other girls involved with the business. And it doesn't really seem like she has a family either. And it's quite sad to see this because you could tell that So-min just wants to be loved by other people, but she doesn't have much of that, which is kind of tough. And another point I wanted to touch upon is that underage crime is an issue because we see all these individuals involved with underage crime. There's So-min, and then there's Oh Ji-soo, and then Gyuri, who comes involved with it as well, and that bully as well. Even though this revolved around Jisoo's classmates, we see how underage crime is generally more difficult to handle and more difficult to determine and pinpoint people because you're dealing with kids essentially, which is sad. And another big issue in South Korea is there's a lot of spy cams at the moment, and this sort of relates to sex crimes, which are involved in the show. So there's a link here with that as well. It's really quite sad because when underage crime is committed, those offenders tend to become repeat offenders because their sentence isn't as strong as it would be for an adult, which is also an issue that is hard to overcome as well. On to the next topic, we have the OST. So the OST for the drama, again, wasn't like the usual Korean dramas. It wasn't as big scale and advertised. It was just mainly background music tracks, and it consisted of artists such as Park Eun-ji, Lee Ya-ram, Lee Tae-hoon. The opening theme song is quite catchy, and the song is called Speak for Yourself, feat. Jungman, and it's by Hwang Sang-jun. I never skipped the intro because I really like the music to it. I thought I want to watch every single time the intro comes on because there's only 10 times I'm going to watch this. But it sounded pretty good, and I really like listening to it. The OST you can check out on Spotify as well if you want to see it, but it's just mainly background music, which is nice to do when you're studying. And yeah, that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. And have you guys seen Extracurricular as well? What did you guys think of this drama? Did you think it was too much? Did you think it was just right? How do you think the actors played their roles? I personally think it is a piece of art, a piece of great Korean art. And if you want to check out the drama, it should be still on Netflix, which is cool. So be sure to follow us on Instagram, Cart Podcasts. Leave a comment on SoundCloud, Instagram and YouTube. You can also listen to this podcast on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So yeah, have a great day and I'll see you next week. Thank you, bye.